just like to say how in awe I am of Filipino talent and creativity. Musicality runs through the Filipinos' veins, and one only need to hear the love that comes out of every verse to be convinced to come to the Philippines. Can we give a round of applause to Acapelago and all the performers this evening? Tonight, we join our friends and colleagues from the Tourism Promotions Board, led by its vibrant and dynamic COO, Marga Nograles, and the entire TPB team to say thank you. Thank you to our friends from the media, vloggers, influencers, journalists, all of you, who, by your stories and by your prose, the power of your words, have continued to champion Philippine tourism. Daghan kaayong salamat kaninyong tanan. We gather in the heart of Intramuros, an enduring emblem of our nation's resilience and rich history, to celebrate not just a remarkable year of collaboration, but truly the transformative impact of all of our shared efforts in advancing Philippine tourism to new heights. I'm honored to stand before all of you as you reflect on our achievements and chart an even brighter course for the future. We thank the Intramuros administration with Attorney Joanne, who has generously hosted us in this beautiful, transformed church that is now the Centro Turismo de Intramuros, a wonderful, transformative project led by First Lady Luis Araneta Marcos. Let's please give a round of applause to the Intramuros administration. The Tourism Promotions Board, as the marketing arm of the Department of Tourism, has been instrumental in being the voice of the Philippines throughout many of our markets abroad. Over the past year, the TPB's vision and commitment have elevated the Philippines in various aspects and in a very diversified way. For that is the vision of our President, Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., that the Philippines graduate from the one-dimensional approach of fun and adventure to all the other nuances of the Filipino culture for which all of us can take pride. Our history, our stories, our heritage, our festivals, our songs, our flavors, all the wonderful experiences that the world has yet to know of the Philippines. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our media partners, content creators, bloggers, and corporate collaborators for your creativity and passion have brought our stories to life, reaching audiences far and wide and showcasing the vibrancy of our culture, the warmth of our people, and the unparalleled beauty of our islands. Of course, I cannot continue my speech without giving a very special shout out to global phenomenon and superstar Apple Diab, who by his word and by his work has always taken pride in being Filipino. Thank you, Apple Diab. In 2024, the Philippines welcomed over 5.9 million international arrivals. I understand that when compared to our ASEAN neighbors, our arrivals are not as big. But I would like to invite your attention to the many other matrices to measure tourism performance, mainly visitor receipts. 2024 was a banner year for Philippine tourism in that our country received the highest ever in international visitor receipts at no less than 760 billion pesos. These revenues are the monies that have come into the coffers of our economy, the families that benefit from tourism, the livelihoods of our stakeholders from across the nation. This international visitor receipts marks over 126% in recovery from our 2019 numbers. We have found as well that in the effort that we have made through our collaboration with the private sector to diversify our tourism offerings, as well as to expand the number of destinations in the country while supporting our award-winning destinations, the tourists in the Philippines are spending more. No less than $2,073 per capita, and they stay longer. From the average of 9 nights in 2019 to now 11 nights stay in the country. Domestically, our tourism market remains the largest in Southeast Asia, valued at over $66 billion in 2024 from its valuation of $52 billion in 2023. This is according to the World Travel and Tourism Council, reflecting the robust growth and performance of Philippine tourism in the country. Tourism's impact on the livelihood of Filipinos has been nothing short of profound. According to the Philippine Statistics Authority, in its labor force survey in the first quarter of 2024, tourism touched the lives of no less than 16.4 million Filipinos by way of direct or indirect employment. This shows the transformative power of tourism not only upon the lives of our fellow Filipinos, but upon our nation as a whole, driving our nation's growth towards our aspirations towards middle-income economy, as our President has articulated. The Department of Tourism prioritizes tourist safety and convenience. Therefore, we did not waste any time in addressing the number one concerns of tourists coming into the country. That is the need for clean restrooms in between their journeys. With that, we have built tourist rest areas all over the country, with 32 constructed and ongoing, and 60 more coming this year. This is a cornerstone of the department's efforts to improve the tourist experience in the country. In addition to this, we have also sought to ensure the liberalization of the barriers of entry coming into the country. With that, we have successfully launched the Cruise Visa Waiver Program together with the Bureau of Immigration and the Department of Justice, which allows cruise tourists that come into the Philippines to obtain of a cruise visa waiver, therefore lifting the very tedious requirements of applying for a visa. In addition to this cruise visa waiver program, we have sought to position the Philippines as a preferred cruise destination. With that, the Philippines successfully hosted the Sea Trade Cruise Global Conference last year and marked over 100 cruise calls, visiting 40 unique destinations. The Philippines has been recognized as the best ports of call for 2024 at the Asia Cruise Awards, therefore showing the increased preference for our country by cruise enthusiasts. One of the most important things of any touristic destination is the feeling that tourists get or must have when they encounter issues, concerns, or any other difficulties in the area. To address this, we sought to provide a hotline, a number that tourists can call for any concern that they may have. With that, we launched the very first Tourist Assistance Call Center, which is another key pillar that has enhanced the visitor experience in the country. With over 11,000 calls received from no less than 70 countries, we have shown that there is a need to address tourist concerns and that now there is a number that they can call so they feel supported all throughout their journey. Dive tourism continues to highlight the Philippines' unmatched marine biodiversity. For the sixth year in a row, the Philippines has been named the world's leading dive destination by the World Travel Awards. And to further strengthen this sector and ensure its sustainability, we have diversified the dive experience. In that, dive tourism in the Philippines will be transformed not just as a leisurely activity, but a sustainable and meaningful one. Through the Philippine Dive Experience, we are harmonizing experiences for dive as well as sustainability by introducing opportunities to do coastal cleanups and underwater cleanups, as well as to be educated on the necessity of marine conservation and attach that activity to opportunities to get to know the heritage and culture of the dive tourism destination. We are also investing in diver safety by building more hyperbaric chambers across our key dive destinations, including Boracay, Camiguin, Cebu, Negros Oriental, Puerto Galera, and the like. Inclusivity remains at the heart of our tourism strategy, as evidenced by our expansion of Muslim-friendly tourism initiatives. We celebrated milestones that include a signing of a memorandum of agreement with the biggest property developer in the country, Mega World, for them to convert all of their properties into Muslim-friendly establishments. And for the very first time, our country now has in Boracay a Muslim-friendly cove that can cater to the cultural needs of our Muslim travelers as they wish to enjoy our world-class beach destinations. With this, the Philippines has also been recognized for the second year in a row as the emerging Muslim-friendly destination of the year. Our President's instructions were very clear. We need to be able to tell the Filipino story to the world from the lens of our strength as Filipinos. With that, we launched the Philippine Experience Program, a flagship initiative that highlights our culture, heritage, and traditions. By offering immersive regional packages, the program seeks to foster deeper connections among our tourists and local communities, elucidating the many reasons to love the Philippines. Recently, we signed a strategic alliance with Klook so that our Philippine Experience tour packages are now available for their over 30 million unique visitors every month at the Klook platform. At the core of our efforts in the Department of Tourism is to invest and support in the best asset of Philippine tourism, the Filipino tourism workers. With that, we have institutionalized the Filipino brand of service excellence to ensure that wherever you may go in the country, services and tourism are always world-class, but always also authentically Filipino. Through the Filipino brand of service excellence program, we have trained over 269,000 individuals in world-class hospitality and Filipino values. This year, we are preparing the Philippines as our country is set to host the 2026 ASEAN meetings. The first of which will be in the middle of this year in Boracay, where the Philippines will host the ASEAN National Tourism Organization's meetings, followed by January of 2026, where the Philippines in Cebu will host the ASEAN Tourism Ministers meetings as well as the ASEAN Tourism Forum. With this, we anticipate that more opportunities for business-to-business meetings among our tourism stakeholders in the ASEAN and also our +3, South Korea, Japan, and China, including Russia and India, will avail of our tourism offerings in the country. We will also embrace initiatives such as the establishment of tourist first aid facilities across our key destinations to provide world-class emergency assistance should it be required in these destinations. We're also capitalizing on the presence of our world-class golf destinations by launching golf experience packages. In addition to this, as a result of our country's very successful hosting of the United Nations Regional Gastronomy Tourism Forum and joint conference meetings, we are launching the country's United Nations Tourism Academy, which will provide elevated courses for tourism professionals in the country. These efforts are complemented by our commitment to sustainability, ensuring that every traveler that comes to the Philippines experiences our warmth, culture, and the unparalleled beauty of our nation. I end with this. Tourism is more than just arrivals, receipts, or accolades. It is an expression of who we are as Filipinos, a nation defined by its resilience, warmth, and creativity. Tourism is in the stories that we tell, the smiles that we share, and the moments we create together. Together, let us continue to show the world why the Philippines is not just a destination, but a feeling. A love that lasts beyond the journey of those that come upon our streets and shores. There will always be more to love in the Philippines. And I invite our friends from the media, our vloggers, collaborators, and all of you in your spheres of influence to champion Philippine tourism, to take our Filipino identity to heart and to carry it with pride and to tell the world how much there is to love in the Philippines. Daghan kayong salamat kaninyong tanan and love the Philippines.